All right, we're now looking at multiplication with trailing zeros, the second problem type. So a little different than the first. This time I have two digits times two digits. 53 times 50. I do have that trailing zero in the 50. So again, this is written horizontally, and that's not the way that we want to do the calculations. So we're going to write it horizontally. 53 times 50. I lined up all my digits on the right hand side because that's where we're going to start. We're going to start by multiplying everything in the top by that rightmost digit. And the rightmost digit is 0. So the first thing I need to do is take that 0 and multiply it by the 3 that is right above it. Remember, we start on the right and work our way to the left. So 0 times 3 is 0. So my first space here, which is right below the 0 that I'm multiplying from, is that first 0. And then I keep working to the left. That was 0 times the 3 in 53. I have to do the next digit, which is the 5. 0 times the 5 gives us again 0. So my second digit here is 0. That goes in the next space to the left. That's another 0. So I've multiplied everything in the top by that first 0. And now I need to move over to that the next digit to the left, which is the 5. So I need to multiply everything in the top by the 5. So 5, I want to start with the digit furthest on the right-hand side, which is the 3. 5 times the 3 gives me 15. Now that's a two-digit number, so I'm going to have to do some carrying. But the first decision I have to make is where to put those digits. And since I'm multiplying by the 5, I want to start off immediately below that 5. So it's kind of staggered over. I'm putting it directly below the 5, and I can only put the digit on the right, which in this case is also a 5. That 1, this one right here from the 15, is going to have to get carried over to that next digit to the left. So we've multiplied the 5 times the 3. We keep moving to the left. The next digit in the top is the other 5. So I've got the 5 in the bottom times the 5 in the top. I multiply those as is, and I get 25. But I have to make sure I remember that 1 that I carried over, and I have to add that to my 25. So whatever gets carried is added after we multiply, and that gives me a 26. So now down here, it's time to write the next digit. And since there's nowhere for me to carry the 2 because there's no other digit out here, I can go ahead and put both digits, the 2 and the 6, in the next slot. So nowhere to carry the 2, I can just bring it straight down. And then my final step is to add these up. So the zeros don't have really any effect whatsoever because since I'm adding, whenever I add 0 to something, nothing changes. So even this blank spot here, when I add 0 to nothing, I still get 0. When I add 0 to the 5, I still have 5. When I add 0 to the 6, well, add nothing to the 6 because there's nothing out there, it's still 6. And to add to the 2, nothing's above the 2, so it doesn't change as well. So now our answer is 2,650.